Today's Friday, it's the 20th of September, it's 2024, and it's hair and nails day. So Anita's gone to have her hair and nails done and leaves me to have a little walk around Palmanova. It's just coming up to 11 o'clock, that's when her appointment is, and well, I'm going to have a little walk along the promenade. So even though it's quite early, there's already quite a few people settling in on the beach, getting their spots. And just as we were walking down, the thermometer said 27 degrees, nice and warm. But I think the temperatures are going to stay pretty good. But tomorrow we've got some storms coming in, so hopefully they won't happen in this part of the island, but certainly on the north of the island and on the east coast. I think we might be in for some stormy weather. We'll see what happens. Already noticed the flag flying there. It is quite breezy as we were walking down. Not so bad where we are now, but it did feel rather windy. If you're around in October, this might attract your attention, particularly if you're in the Santa Ponsa area and there's an Oktoberfest. This one is at Sonoma, which is actually inland a bit, where they have a lot of shows, but Oktoberfest, something that does get celebrated in different parts of the island. And I saw that Santa Ponsa was one, usually Pagera, but I'm not sure, I haven't seen any announcements about that yet. And usually they start in September. Well, could be any time now then, couldn't it? Azur Beach Club, taken over from the Can Blanc. Can Blanc still exists on the Paseo Maritimo, but not this one. Looks like, oh, there's a hello.
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 Last time we see you, Gatwick Airport, a couple of years ago.
Yeah, we're still here.
Your videos.
Yeah, so I saw yourself.
Yeah.
How are you doing? Having a good holiday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit changeable, isn't
It is, and the storm's forecast for tomorrow, but I'm not sure about this side of the island. No, it might be just on the north. Keep it up there.
Yeah. Where's Anita? What have you done with her?
Hair and nails day today.
Hair and nails. Say no more. Yeah.
Absolutely. So I've just dropped her off, and she'll, about 2 or 3 hours, she'll give me a call and say, I'm done.
Well, good to see you.
All right, nice to see you. Bye. Anita's been back not quite a week yet. She only arrived back early hours of Sunday morning, so yeah, less than a week. So all being well, we'll meet up at the Palmanova, the beehive, just across the road there when she's finished. Black and white checkered flags there on the beach. I think there was a question somewhere, what do they signify? Well, it's an area where the boats can come in and go out. We've got the pedlos there and the other sort of craft that might want to get into the water. That's the area where they can do it. Always pleased to see how clean the promenade is here. I'm just noticing a lot of the little paving bricks are actually broken. Need to be replaced, repaired, whatever they're going to do. It's the Terrafa. Just underneath there they have public toilets and public toilets that you don't have to pay for. Further on, there are public toilets, but you do have to put your cents in or euros in. I'm not sure how much they are. I think in Pagero when we're there it says €1. Seems a bit steep. The sea's a little bit rougher than it has been recently. We've got a little bit of wind coming over in this direction, so it's bringing in a few waves. So, lots of people sunbathing, and getting quite a few early dippers getting into the sea. And we'll go up the steps now. Another day in the distance, I can see lots of sails, and when I was in SteveAndAnitaInMallorca, I could see them on the horizon. They haven't actually set off yet, so they're nowhere near the horizon, they're more close to shore. But again, hundreds of them. As the sea's a little bit rougher, the water is a little bit more murky, brought up a bit of sand. It's still clear, still see the bottom, but as you'd expect, looks a little bit cloudy. Doggy beach. Can't see any dogs on there, but that's where the dogs go. And this is where you might find a padlock or two. If you haven't walked around these paths, I think it's worth doing, because then you get to see some of these little wooden sculptures. I think they're fascinating. I'm just going to stop a second and take some photos. There's the middle beach, and quite a few people getting ready for the boat to come in, which will take them on a little cruise off the coast. Might be a bit choppy today, might be a bit rock and rolly. Anyway, I'm going down the steps towards the beach. See, it's quite busy. It's good to see. There's been some really interesting and yet conflicting statistics that have come out over the past few days, and well, I hope somebody manages to get their heads around it. I'm going to make a separate little video about these numbers and see what you think. You have to look out for that one. Just coming up by McDonald's now. Lots of volleyball nets out and a few people already out playing. They've even got their own stands up there, so it looks like there's a tournament coming up There's McDonald's. Just for you, Jim. And across the road, the Tropico. Tropico is the place that had the complete refurbish last winter, and I've spoken to several people who've stayed there, mostly good reports. One of them did actually give some negative points. Hopefully those have now been addressed and it's all sorted, but the most recent ones have all been very good. But it's gone up a star, so it's now a 4-star hotel, and if you want to find out what those stars are all about, I've just made a video on that because it's a little bit confusing. Hopefully I've spelled it all out, and you'll understand why some hotels have got 3 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars. It's not a simple matter. The pharmacy over there is reporting 24 degrees Celsius, and that's in the shade, so I'm guessing that's the temperature, and it's a really nice, comfortable temperature, particularly to be walking along here and somewhat in the shade. There's the big long banner down there which says Ayuntamiento de Calvia. That's the local town hall. They're supposed to be sponsoring an event here. So it's getting a bit breezy. You're going to have to be careful with those little pagodas things. They're going to blow away. Perfect day for coming down to the beach though. If it's out of the breeze down there, just be careful you don't get sunburnt.
Well, we're getting the boat trip.
Anita and I very rarely come to the beach. I think probably if we did, we'd be sitting under the trees like this in the shade, watching the world go by in some relatively comfortable chairs. This is the tourist information office where you get all sorts of information, maps of the area, and good advice from the staff who speak multiple languages, so you should be able to find some way of communicating in there. It's a place we have to go to get our certificates if we are going to travel to the mainland. It is all supposed to work electronically, but there's a bit of a complication with names in Spain. So in Spain, a normal Spanish person will have 2 surnames, one which came from the father and the other which came from the mother, whereas in the UK we tend to have, for the most part, 1 surname. Hello.
Are you videoing live?
I am.
Oh my word. Nice to see you again.
And nice to see you.
Have you dumped Anita at the beauty parlour?
Well, she's actually having her hair and nails done, which is very typical of Anita.
Well, every time we see you,
Yeah.
you're by yourself and Anita's looking back.
Well,
at
it gives me an opportunity to have a walk.
Are you well?
Very well, thank you. Yeah, all doing good. So yeah. Enjoying yourself here?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, lovely temperature now.
This
It's
month, and
really
then
nice.
a couple of weeks in November where we sort of shut up and stock up for next year with tins and all those sort of things that you need, you know. So it's closed. I don't know if you what.
I'll switch that.
Sorry.
Well, that was Dave from Club Nautico in Santa Ponsa, and he keeps telling me I've got to go and make a video down there, so I must do that. What's going on here? Oh, they've taken down a tree and they're pruning some others, so got a bit of cordoning off here. There's a whole load of logs over there which somebody's going to be taking away and making good use of, I'm sure. Doesn't make good burning fuel though, these pine trees. They're full of resin, and it can make some nice garden ornaments. There's the guy right up at the top. He's just tying something around a log, and then he'll cut it off and lower it down. In Magaluf yesterday, and noticing that the trees like this, which are usually so well pruned, are in need of a little bit of a pruning. I suppose they might be waiting a little bit until the end of the season. Here's the other toilets, but you do need a coin. Let's have a look, see how much it is here. It's 50 cents, and it's 50 cents for everybody, even the one which has got the wheelchair on there. The Zell. Besso Beach. This particular hotel is a partnership between the Melia Group and Rafa Nadal, the tennis player, and I think he's probably ready now to retire. Just looking at the reports in the paper, I think he wanted to do one more year, but it's not really doing very well. He's nowhere near his top form, and maybe this is the time that he should be considering to retire. He's got his finger in so many other pies that he's never going to be bored. There's going to be lots of things going on, including his tennis academy, his high school, his school. He's got a school in Manacor, and now the hotels, plus all the other endorsements that he does for different companies. And he's very much an ambassador for Mallorca. People here love him, and the local government see him as a model that should be promoting the island. It's the Diana Beach. Happy Chinese. Looking really busy along there now on the beach. And this, of course, is the Santa Lucia Hotel. Just looking here, we've got the Calvia 365, and they put some information. Temperature, I guess that's for today. Oh no, that's the 16th of the 9th when they actually did the report. and they do some measurements here. So they come and take some samples of the water, and they write down how much E. coli there is in the water, which thankfully is not very much. Temperature of the water was 24.5 degrees, lovely warm temperature, same as the air temperature. And then all of the things that you might actually see if you're swimming around in the water. That's nice little bits of information. And this is where we are. There's the dining area for the Santa Lucia now cleared, breakfast done, and I guess they'll be getting ready for lunch. Quadricycle. It's definitely a little bit breezy around here. But of course, if you're on the terrace here at the Santa Lucia, you've got this glass wall that's protecting you from any breeze, so I'm guessing it's nice and warm. Well, it is warm anyway. But good sunbathing weather.
Stök de a hacsa.
No pedalo's been taken out yet. I imagine they'd be bobbling around a little bit. It's just a bit choppy. A few little waves. Already sitting down in the barbecue. It's only 11:30, so I guess they're having a late breakfast, brunch. And this is the San Matias Beach and the San Matias Beach Hotel. This is where Sean and Claire are staying with Diane and Greg. And hopefully they've had a great time. Still got a few more days, so enjoy the last of the Palmanova sunshine. Shauna says she's already booking up for next year. And they when we spoke to them, were really impressed by the San Matias Beach Hotel. In the last couple of years they've stayed at the Santa Lucia just behind me, also stayed at the Tropico, but this seems to tick all the boxes for them, and well, hopefully they'll be able to book it for next year. The flag, the green flag, is showing that the wind is blowing from the sea, so that makes it very safe. And the waves are really quite small, so it's not going to be too much of a problem. So getting ready for all the clients around lunchtime. It's still very early for them. Just here we've got a park for the children, so if you want to get away from the beach, you can come in here, and there's some little things for the children to play on. Well, I just stopped off in the park here, and I've made the news video, which I'll post up separately, telling you all about the different statistics and some of the things that have caught my eye in the news. So I just stopped in this park here. It's just a nice shady spot to do that, and I've just been talking to Michael, who's come over and is staying in Portal's now, and he's been watching the videos, and it's been nice to have a little chat to him. Anyway, I'll carry on with my walk. It's just after midday, so I'm guessing Anita's still got a bit of time to go yet. Carry on with my walk now. Back along the promenade. Lovely green grass here. It is always very well watered, looked after. Nice thing about along here is now we can walk along in the shade of the trees. And if you've got any issues, you've got the SOS station here, actually a van, and there are the lifeguards on the beach as well if you have any issues. Now, just in the past few minutes while I've been sitting in the park there, the beach is starting to look really quite crowded. The promenade too. It's the Cantina Sol. My friend Jean used to run that next to the olive tree. Always on our list of potential places to go to along here. We are a little bit spoilt for possible places to go. B-Max. Not actually been to B-Max, but it always looks pretty full and busy, and I'm guessing it must be good, otherwise people wouldn't go there. Somewhere we do like, and we have been a couple of times. I think maybe when Angela's here we might come again. It's this Calvia Beach House. Really nice place, nicely decked out, but the food's really good too, and the welcome, we really like that. Well, someone was asking where is everybody? I think they were all on the beach here. That is looking really busy for a Friday in September, coming up towards the end of September. I'm going to have a little walk around here, because it's somewhere I don't usually come. Walk up and around. This is the Comodoro Hotel here on the right hand side. I'm actually getting into Eduardo territory up here. This is where Eduardo and his wife Angela, they live in Torrenova, and he likes to comment on the videos, and I do occasionally bump into them either in Palmanova or now even in Genova, where they sometimes come for a menu del dia at one of our local restaurants. This hotel is the Tobago, and Tobago is a 5-star hotel now. I'm pretty sure when I first went to the Tobago to have a look around years ago, it was nowhere near 5 stars. But what do 5 stars mean? Well, I've made a video on that, and I'll tell you pretty much what they are.
You won't recognise that voice.
Oh, here's me.
We follow you. We watch your videos.
Oh, you're actually on one now.
There we go, our life's goal complete. Yeah. One of Steve's videos.
Nice to meet you, Steve.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Who are you? What's your names?
Nice to meet you. I'm Vivian.
Vivian.
Julie.
Julie.
I'm Brandon.
Yeah.
From where you come from?
Liverpool.
From Liverpool. Well, just across the road from me, really. I'm from Stoke, so not too far away.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you enjoying your holidays? Warm enough?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
over here, absolutely.
Yeah. You've been before though?
Well, it's my second time.
Second time.
For me, but they've been quite a few times.
Yeah. Oh,
But,
very good.
we always check your videos before we come and throughout the year.
Well,
Yeah.
don't forget to check this one.
Yeah. Is your wife not around today?
Well, you can guess where she is. She's having a
hair done.
and her nails, hair and nails today. So she's about half time now, I think.
Yeah,
Probably.
yeah,
She's probably
yeah, so you're heading
switching
back
from.
to her.
Yeah. Lovely to meet you.
Lovely to
Thanks
meet
for stopping
you.
to say hello.
Okay, all right.
Bye. That was nice. If you carry on up there, you'll end up at the Magaluf strip, the road that takes you down into Magaluf. Lots of bars, shops, lots of stuff around here. I'm actually going to go back down, head back towards where I'll be meeting Anita. And this is, so I don't usually film on this side, but this is the entrance to the Comodoro Playa which is a 4-star hotel. And now I'm out of the breeze and in the direct sun. It just feels that degree or two warmer. So where we are now is actually right between Palmanova and Magaluf, and it is referred to as Torrenova. And there is actually a tower in Torrenova. Places where you can go down and access the beach through there. This is the other side of the BMAX. And it says since 2002, so they've done 22 years here. Well done to them. Just must mention Prince William across the road. Prince William, place that's open all through the year, but open at Christmas time. And over there we've got the EastEnders. Some friends of ours used to have the EastEnders many years ago. Looks like an important delivery there. Little Spar supermarket. It's the Santander Bank. One of the first banks I used to come to on a regular basis, that particular branch. It's the school where I worked used to pay with a cheque, and I would come here and cash that cheque. The days when cash was king, we didn't have credit cards. Actually, we did. I didn't have one here. I had one in the UK before we left, and it was called an access card. So the days before Visa. In those days, and even now, I've read in the paper, and I didn't include this in the news, but 67% of people in Mallorca don't like or don't use cards, so they still rely on cash. And I've got a lot of friends who they may have their pensions or paid into a bank, but they will withdraw it as cash rather than pay with a card. I think it does help to keep an eye on where your money is and where it's going. I think it might be an old-fashioned thing, and not relying on credit. So it's the park I was sitting in. the season's coming towards the end, and the steakhouse Viceroy Pizzeria has not opened up. Nothing much has happened to it. Kind of sad that, in such a prime location. The grill house is opening up now, getting ready for lunchtime. It's about 12 at the moment. Just moving all the fences and getting ready to open. Across the road, we've got the Baleares Nova apartments, and here we've got the entrance to the San Matías beach, and the kiosk here has been around for a long time, doing great service. A little sad thing is across the road here, Almeca, which used to be one of the places to go here in Mallorca. It's still for sale, and you would think that that would be in such a good position that someone would snap it up. Well, it's been like this since pre-COVID, and the actual structure now is looking as though it probably needs tearing down and starting again. Across the road, pizzeria, all pizzas, €8.90 between 1 o'clock and 6 o'clock. That's 33 centimetres, that's a big pizza. Saigon. Vietnamese street sort of food. Anita and I went there. Not been for a while though, and certainly enjoyed the style of the food. Just the bottom there takes you back to the bottom of Lady Di's to the Santa Lucia Hotel. You're just about to see. I'm going to walk around the back here. This is giving you the times of the buses and where they're actually going to. So the next airport bus will be 11 minutes. You've got all the timetables down here as well. But that's the thing to keep your eye on. It tells you exactly when the next bus is coming. Even tells you the temperature, 24.1 degrees. And there's a bus stop on the other side, which is where you probably, if you get on the bus there, that's probably where you'd want to get off the bus. For car parks, there's one on the other side and there's one on this side, and at this time of the day you'll be lucky to get into any of them. Except I'm seeing there's a parking space on the road, across the road. If the parking spaces are designated with a white line, you don't have to pay, there's no charge. If they're designated with a blue line, then you may have to pay. It all depends then on the area and on the time of day. So you need to, when you park your car, it's a rental car or your own car, you just need to check whether you've got to pay or not. And if it's in a blue zone, then there'll be a parking meter not too far away. Just put in your coins. And some of them you might be able to pay with a card. This is the Sol Palmanova 1. This is a Melia hotel. And used to be Los Merlos and Los Tordos, and now it's Palmanova 1 and Palmanova 2. Building over there, which is yellow, is the post office. And behind that there are some council offices, and there's a theatre. I don't know what they use it for particularly. I've been there for various presentations and things. I've never actually been there for shows, I don't think. If they are, it's probably a school show or an amateur dramatic show or that sort of thing. But it is quite a big theatre area. There's a few little places over there. A few months ago I was walking along this particular piece of road, but in the opposite direction, when I was approached by an officer from the Guardia Civil, and he asked me if I was okay. He asked me if I'd still got my wallet, because I was being tracked by a known pickpocket. And luckily I was okay. Luckily I still had my wallet in my pocket, and everything was fine. And some people seem to suggest I should have felt nervous about that. Actually, I felt quite the opposite. I felt quite safe and secure and happy that somebody looking after me. And this was in the downtime, so it was outside the season. I don't think the hotels were open at that time. So it would have been a little bit quieter along here. Not so many cars and not so much in the way of pedestrian traffic. So that's just the Palmanova 2. This is the Aqua Sol Hotel coming up on the left-hand side. Owned by the Cabau family, and they used to be students at the school. And certainly the older of the girls that we taught has gone into the family business. I'm not sure about the other two. I do now and again see Vanessa in the newspaper talking about hotels and the like.
Hello.
Hello. And their hotel is classed as a 3-star hotel. So have a look to see what you think with the star ratings that I've posted. Car park I'm using more often than not now when we come down to Palmanova is this one. It's quite a big car park, and it means that you're more likely to find somewhere where to stay, where to park your car. Do quite often get the motorhomes parked up in the corner, and we have actually seen the police approaching them, I guess telling them that they're not allowed to camp there. Just on the right garden area here, this is the Bermudas. A nice big green garden area, and it's classed as a 4-star hotel. One of the criteria for getting up there towards a 4-star is having a garden. If you've got a garden, you get extra points. Just behind the trees on the opposite side, that's the tent hotel for Palmanova, the tent Palmanova Hotel. We spoke to people who stay there and they're quite happy with that. Hi. Young lady, someone we've known since she was a baby. My goodness.
Watching a lot of your videos.
Yeah?
What's your name again?
Steve.
And your wife?
Well, that was Robert from Northern Ireland, who's just finding his way around Palmanova, but he says the videos have helped him to locate where things are, and he's just been to the tourist information shop and the office there, and they've given him directions. He's going to go off to the aquarium. There's Banana Joe's. I'm looking in the distance now and I can see some clouds building up. But, blue skies above us. Just back to the area now where they were lopping the trees down. And I can see in the distance they're still working on the trees. Busy across the road at Reflex. And across the road we've got the new Chiringo, Casa Chiringo, which has got a sign I hadn't really noticed before below it, saying it's an arroceria and a vinoteca and cocktails. So the arroceria means they specialise in things like paellas. Sounds interesting, I do like a paella. That's right in front of the colourful hotel, which is the Reverence Mar. Back to the tourist information office. The thermometer now reads 26 degrees, so we've gone up a couple of degrees.
No, está bien,
It's the bus, that's the A11 bus, which has come from the airport and goes as far as Camp de Mar. So it covers most of the resorts in the southwest of the island. So Palmanova, Magaluf, Santa Ponsa, Baleares. And that was the airport bus going in the opposite direction, so it will take you off to the airport. It only picks up, by the way, that doesn't drop off anywhere other than the airport. So don't be getting on it expecting to go to Palma, because you can't. I should mean Palma Airport. There's the Tropico again, and looks like there are a few people sitting outside in the sun at the beach bar, Tropico. And another coach coming, picking people up, dropping people off.
Contati.
There's Nova E-Tapper across the road. They're looking busy today as well. Very busy, which is good.
Ja, jetzt laufen wir wieder zurück, weißt du?
There's a stadium open every day from 7:30. There's the Palmanova looking quite busy. We'll be meeting Anita there shortly. So I'll look to see whether she's finished or not yet. Empty benches here, but one down there, further down might be a little bit in the shade. Should be nice. And I can just sit here, wait for Anita, and just watch the world go by. Well, Anita's had her hair done and her nails. What colour today? What colour are you calling that?
Nice.
A nice colour. Yeah. Well, we're just going to have a coffee now.
Plum.
Plum colour. And we're in the Palmanova, the beehive. So cheers everyone. I'm going to enjoy this. And it's been nice to see all the people as I've been walking along. Well, that was a nice coffee at the beehive, and we're going to make our way back now and go on our way home. Tapas. and Mai Tai. Well, we'll go up now to the car. So thanks very much for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.